Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Lou. You are listening to the Raptors Reaction Podcast after the Raptors lose and fall to 1-2 on the season, losing by a score of 139 to 129 against the Dallas Mavericks. I'm not gonna lie to you, this is not what I wanted to see on a Sunday night. I think this is finally a night where the Raptors can play without the Blue Jays playing, so people tapping into the Raptors. People might want to see what Cooper Flagg's doing. Cooper Flag did great. Congrats to the 18-year-old. It's kind of unbelievable that this guy has that intensity, that basketball IQ, that ability to hit the three, but also take it. And he's playing out of position right now as a point guard. So you can definitely see a lot of the reasons why he was taken number one overall. But I think also people were really looking to see what the Toronto Raptors are all about, because we've seen a promising preseason. We've seen an optimistic training camp. We've seen a pretty competitive product in Summer League. And so, if you're really thinking about it, a lot of people are like, okay, you know what? Maybe I'll give the Raptors a chance. The Raptors upgraded some of their players around the margins. Let's see what they can do. This year, they're trying to win. And if you were one of those people tapping into the Raptors for the first time this season, what you see here is a team not living up to its promise. And I understand it's early, right? You're going to say it's game 3 of the season. Raptors got to find time to gel, all that kind of stuff. That's all fine. That doesn't mean we can't hold them accountable, because this team, by their own standards, by Darko standards, by the player standards, but especially by Darko standards, they said verbatim, they want to dominate on defense this season. What we've seen the last 2 games is a team that has been dominated on defense. 139 points allowed to the Dallas Mavericks, who by this point was 0-2 on the season. So they badly needed a win, especially at home. And obviously they got this one here tonight. But just to put into context of what the Mavericks have done this season. Game 1, okay, it was against a generational Wemby game. They get blown out, whatever. Game 2 against the Washington Wizards, they lost 117 to 107. They lost to the Washington Wizards. And they only scored 107 points against the Washington Wizards, who everybody would say, well, maybe except for Alex, who will come on the show later, everybody would say that the Raptors should be a better team than Washington, that Washington should just be an afterthought or whatever. That team only allowed 107 points. So for the Raptors, playing against a team that doesn't even have a point guard, to allow 139 is especially baffling. And I think, again, it's not just me saying that, like, hey, I'm trying to call this team out. This is what Darko should be saying to the team right now. This is what the leaders of the team should be saying to the team right now, because you have to set the tone for what you are in the season. Guess what? The Raptors can say whatever they want to say they are. The rest of the league know them as a doormat, right? The rest of the league has seen what the Raptors have been the last 5 years. Afterthought, not in the playoff picture. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes they're decent, but most times they're just, average to below average. The Raptors need to go out and stake their identity. And by the way, no one else, it's not like other teams have been like, hey, man, Raptors, man, you got to watch out for this team defensively. You know what I mean? It's the Raptors that are saying, we want to dominate defensively. And to their credit, they played really good defense the second half of last season. Granted, that was when the schedule was the easiest in the league, and they were also tanking, and they were playing with some tank players. But still, at least on principle, they play defense. So where's that defense right now? Because what I saw on Friday night at home, the home opener against the Milwaukee Bucks, was bad defense, was letting Giannis have his cake he needed to, which is to score around the basket, take it to the free throw line, and also set up guys for open shots. Meanwhile, Cole Anthony goes off looking like Ja Morant or Allen Iverson in that game. Raptors lose at home, capitulating largely on defense. And, by the way, offensively, they were struggling. Then you come to this game, and it's like, okay, maybe we want to bounce back. We got a day off. We go to Dallas. And I understand. Dallas is a tricky opponent. They have, obviously, a lot of size, and it's not ideal right now to play teams with lots of size when the Raptors themselves are dealing with a lack of size, especially with Jakob Poeltl dealing with a bad back. Jakob has continued to look like a shell of himself out there. But if you're telling me that this is a team that's supposed to be dominant on defense, well, guess what? The Dallas Mavericks with no point guards should be a team that you should be able to slow down. And this is what I'm disappointed by. During a stretch between the start of the third quarter to about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter, about a 14-minute period, over a 14-minute period, the Raptors allowed 9 dunks to the Dallas Mavericks in a 14-minute period. Are you serious? This is not a serious defensive team if that's what's going to happen. If Darko's going to call timeout because the Mavericks go on back-to-back fast breaks where they dunk the ball, one where Cooper Flag throws a simple hit-ahead pass to Max Christie for a dunk, and then the next play down, Cooper Flag dunks over the team. Darko calls the timeout. Guess what? The Raptors come out of that timeout, miss a shot, give up another transition dunk right afterwards. That's not being serious. That's not being organized. And honestly, this is something that should be unacceptable. Again, the Raptors this year are finally allowed to win, finally trying to compete, added some pieces, have some more experience. I'm not trying to hear I'm not even trying to hear like it's early, we got to get more time to practice, all that kind of stuff. What have you heard from this team all season? Oh, this team spent so much time together. We went to Vegas together. We went down to Houston. We went down to Austin together for Jamal Shedd's thing. We went down to Miami together to work out. We went to Spain as a group to work out. We went to LA to work out. Brandon Ingram hosted people in their workouts. Then the Raptors have preseason. They go out to Calgary. They're just constantly on the road, working out, playing together. And of course, that's not translated to games yet, but you're hearing good things. Then why are we coming out and having this type of defensive performance? And seriously, start of the season, you have to set the tone. This is absolutely unacceptable by the Raptors. First half, it was okay. There were some sloppy moments, but at least first half, they were competitive. They're kind of going back and forth. That third quarter to honestly, midway through the fourth quarter, basically until the third stringers came in, was just giving up layup after dunk after open three. D'Angelo Russell doing whatever he wants to do against the Raptors. I mean, it was nauseating to me watching PJ Washington drive the ball like he's LeBron James, tuck it under his arm and just go in for and ones. 3 and ones driving off the bounce for PJ Washington, really on straight line drives. Get defended by RJ Barrett and then defended by Brandon Ingram. That's unacceptable. That's just unacceptable. I can even understand to some degree, okay, look, AD is going to dominate his matchup against Jakob with the bad back. Honestly, you give Jakob a healthy back, he probably still doesn't do that great against AD. But man, AD getting wide open dunks, Raptors not getting offensive rebounds. And then who really played with intensity out there? I would say Scottie Barnes played with intensity. It wasn't a perfect game, but he was definitely the closest to perfect for the Raptors. 33 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, a steal. The steal I liked, after the Raptors gave up a double-digit lead to Dallas, they made a half-hearted comeback, where Scottie fronted the post against AD, stole the ball, got the Raptors out in the fast break. Raptors scored. Good. They needed to string together 6 or 7 of those possessions in a row to get back into this game, and they just never did that. There was no sustained level of fight, and again, it was so easy for Dallas. I mean, Cooper Flag coming off a pick and roll, storing alley-oops. Cooper Flag trying to come off the screen, Raptors going under the screen, he hits pull-up threes. D'Angelo Russell driving to his dominant hand, getting to whatever spot he wants to, because the Raptors' supposed ball pressure doesn't really do anything against them. You know what I mean? And I'm sorry, but if the ball pressure, which the Raptors have emphasized so hard all season, or leading up to this, is we're going to ball pressure. We're going to ball pressure. We're going to pressure. We're going to force turnovers. We're going to pressure. Then how come D'Angelo Russell and Cole Anthony can get to every spot they want to on the floor? Because if you can't ball pressure those guys and keep them out of their spots, then what are you going to do against legitimate All-Stars? What are you going to do tomorrow when the Raptors go into San Antonio and they play Wemby? You know what I mean? And so, to me, it was honestly a just an unacceptable showing by the Raptors all the way around. It's a little too early to look in the mirror, except it's not, because what you set out as your intention for the season needs to be what you are from the start of the year. We've given the Raptors passes, man. The Raptors have been getting passes, right? Okay, last 2 years, tanking, trading, rebuilding, whatever. So fine, you got some passes. But then this season, they got to lock in. And their intentions from Scottie, Brandon Ingram, rest of the leaders on the team, even the young guys on the team, they're talking playoffs. Darko's talking about we got to dominate on defense. 139 points to Dallas. I guarantee you the next game, Dallas does not give up even 100, doesn't even score 120. You know what I mean? This is not a good offensive team because they're disorganized right now. Their outside shooting is not particularly strong right now. And yes, they have a lot of bigs in the middle, but their spacing is not particularly great right now. I saw the first 2 games against involving the Dallas Mavericks. The first game, Wemby just doing whatever he wanted against them was genuinely a freak show. Okay, that was beautiful. But on the other hand, Dallas looked discombobulated, on defense. And yeah, I mean, yeah, okay, so what can I say? Offensively, fine. I mean, they sputtered in moments. I think that you saw some good things from RJ Barrett to start the game. Unfortunately, RJ got into foul trouble and missed a whole bunch of shots in the second half. So he ultimately was not a positive in this game. But I thought at the start of the game he was actually good. That's actually why he was a +10 in this one. He was part of some good runs, especially in the first half. I thought he played tough. I thought Scottie was kind of good throughout. Again, some minor moments, one that, kind of went a little bit noticed, and quite frankly, it should be because, you should hold every player to account. But there was a play where Scottie tried to go for a reverse layup, just left it short, then wanted the foul call, and then got back on defense, was still complaining to the referee, and then got back cut for an and one from Najee Marshall. So, that's obviously bad. But on the overall, Scottie was great, and this is one of Scottie's actually best games that we've seen, where he goes 33 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists. The outside shot's been dropping for him. The three for him, especially at the top of the floor, has been good. There was one play where he had a driving and one where he took a strong against Cooper Flag and kind of big boyed him, took him all the way to the basket and buried him. And then the next play down, they're trying to play him to drive and he pulls off for three. He knocks it down. He had a mid-range to beat the Mavericks zone at some points too. And just in general, I thought Scottie played one of his most aggressive games. That was good. Brandon Ingram, in the moments where he was able to get open offensively, I thought he was able to convert 10 to 16 from the field. No one's going to complain about that level of conversion. I think his continued efforts to try to drive to the basket this season, I feel like he's really got to find his spots, because not only is there spacing issues with the Raptors in terms of, he's not exactly attacking an unguarded paint. But when he drives into a crowd and tries to elevate or reach around, he's been largely blocked on those attempts. The only thing I didn't like about Brandon's game today was he didn't even get to the foul line. For a guy who's that aggressive and that tall, he just wasn't able to get into the paint. And granted, that's partially because Dallas has rim protectors and just really, really a strong front line. But ultimately, yeah, it's great because he hit a lot of jumpers today. He hit a lot of tough mid-range jumpers. He had one where he up faked, stepped through, hit a mid-range shot. That was beautiful. Knocked down the threes as you would expect. Although didn't shoot a lot of them, only 2 or 3 from 3. When he's looking to drive and play make off the dribble, he's largely trying to get to the mid-range. He's not really trying to create from the 3. So the Raptors need to do a better job of, other people touching the paint and then kicking it out and getting Brandon to catch and shoot for 3, or Brandon's just got to get more aggressive in transition shooting the 3. But ultimately, three-point attempts is not, it's very, very low for a guy who can definitely shoot it very, very, very well. But my issues with Brandon were on the defensive end tonight. The Raptors lost, a lot of the minutes. The Raptors were minus 15 and Brandon's 32 minutes. Defensively was not strong. Again, the PJ Washington driving straight through him wasn't great. Clay beating him wasn't great. You know what I mean? I just think that there's a level of intensity that he kind of needs to get to. It feels like right now he's still easing his way in, which again is understandable because he was out since middle of December last year with injury. But I do feel like there has to be a higher level of motor and intensity that we need to get to, because we're not really seeing the skill level is incredible offensively, and he's definitely scoring at that end. But defensively, guys are also going at him right now. And I know Brandon could be at least neutral defensively. It's, he's not the only guy that needs to improve defensively, but, that wasn't strong. IQ, there's a big focus on IQ this season. I think back to when the Raptors traded for IQ in the OG Anunoby trade. Nobody really wanted to see OG get traded, but it was understandable. He was going to sign in New York anyway. The Raptors weren't going to pay him $40 million the way New York was going to pay him. And so the Raptors were looking to find a long-term solution at point guard. They had tried to give the bag to Fred, but Fred took the more money to go to Houston. Then they kind of did an in-between deal with Dennis Schroeder. Halfway through that, they were like, obviously Dennis is not our guy. We need to go get IQ. And it looked like at that time, we had solved the point guard position when the Raptors traded for IQ in that OG Anunoby trade. Of course, they got RJ in that deal as well. It was great, but honestly, the focus was IQ. And I could refer back to, if you listen to that Open Gym episode when the Raptors traded for him, Masai was on the phone with both of those guys, and he was effusive with the praise, for IQ. You're gonna be our point guard of the future. You are gonna be the guy. You and Scottie are the guy for us going forward in this franchise. You know what I mean? We're gonna get a better level out of you. And then RJ was like, "Hey, welcome back home." Go out there and hoop. So. That was the intention. Of course, they set that intention by extending Scottie, but then re-signing IQ, right? They gave Scottie the extension off the rookie scale after his third year where he made All-Star. And then they signed IQ to a deal at that time, which felt like a lot. Definitely right now feels like a lot. But again, it was their declaration of the future. This is going to be a Scottie and IQ team. I see Scottie in this team. I see Scottie fitting in multiple teams. Scottie has played multiple roles for this team. He sets the tone for this team. This is now year 3 for IQ as a Raptor. And we are still kind of just asking for more. And ask him to change his role. And ask him to fit. And ask him to just do better on this front. I don't know. Like, I don't really see how you watch a game like this and not come away a little underwhelmed. Does IQ have his moments where there were good flashes? Absolutely. The burst to get back downhill to the basket. He looks physically stronger than he did last season when obviously he was battled with injuries. So he's built up his body, worked really hard. He talked about how he was up at 5 a.m. and running track and, just doing the things to get himself available. Absolutely. Those are great things. IQ's a great professional. There's no doubt about that. But is it the catch and shoot threes that he's got to hit? Because right now, I can't come on for 3 straight games and be like, hey, IQ took the good shots, but he couldn't make them. You know what I mean? Like, that's part of why the Raptors couldn't really beat Dallas, right? Obviously, with Dallas, their advantage is going to be in the paint. They're going to get offensive rebounds. They're bigger than you. So they're going to win the paint battle. The way you got to beat them is obviously you got to be stronger defensively, but you also have to counter with the outside shooting. And the Raptors tonight just couldn't do that, especially through IQ, who goes 1 for 7 from 3. These are catch and shoot threes that are open for him. You know what I mean? And like, this is the role that the starters are asking of him. And of course, if he wants to attack off the dribble, that's fine. But how much is he actually creating for the guys? Do you feel like IQ is going to beat his man and then make a good play from there, whether that's to kick out to the perimeter or to, drop it off to somebody rolling along with him, or is he going to finish, consistently at the basket? We saw him opportunistically finish, out of his 5 makes today, one of them was a little putback off a drive by Brandon. One of them was, a quick blow-by layup, but you also saw him getting blocked at the rim. And of course, when he touched the paint, did you see him like collapse it and then kick out the guys and consistently draw open shots from there? I don't see that. And of course, it's like, okay, fine. Offensively, I agree. On an average night, I feel like IQ's been a little unlucky. He's definitely a better shooter than what he's shown the first 3 games. That's fine. But defensively, the Raptors have asked all their players, but obviously especially the point guards, because the point guard is going to guard the opposing point guard the most, and he's going to be guarding the ball the most. They're asking their point guards to pressure the ball, just like they're asking pretty much everybody to pressure the ball. And there's just a lot of blow-bys, man. It's guys kind of get to whatever spots they want to on the floor. You rarely see possessions where the ball handler has to pick up the ball and then wait for someone to come get it and then reset and then just takes them out of the flow of their offense, takes valuable time off the clock, or they're just unable to get to certain parts on the floor. They're just unable to, run the type of sets they want to do. There's just not that sense of disruption. IQ's playing hard and we're seeing the effort there on defense. The best thing I could say is he's forcing moving screen calls. That's great. That's effort. That's genuinely effort, to like have to fight through these screens. But in general, you're not really seeing a level of disruption on the ball. I mean, D'Angelo Russell goes for 24 points tonight in 29 minutes off the bench. And yeah, he made some tough shots. There was like a buzzer beater, but he's also getting to the foul line. He's also getting to his spots, the little in-between shots that he has. It's just like absolute freedom out there to move to wherever he wants. Or if you're, the starting point guard is Cooper Flagg, so you got a little bit of IQ guarding Cooper Flagg. Again, like you're just getting size mismatches on that front. So you're just not seeing like the level of impact that you would expect to see, especially because even just 2 years ago, it was supposed to be Scottie and IQ's team of the future. At that time when the trade was made, the ideation was, we have this kind of combination. I still see Scottie standing by himself right now. And I still see IQ trying to find where he is in this team. And by the way, that's over 2 years. That's 2 years ago now, man. Like we can't be talking about this in year 3 of him with the team. Jakob, the only guy I'm going to give a pass to is Jakob because we know his back is messed up. Jakob missed most of preseason with the bad back. He also obviously suffered a broken nose, so I'm sure that it's not great playing with the mask on. And obviously you continue to see him hoop with that mask on. But the reason I want to give him a pass, not only because of the bad back, because this not even Jakob Poeltl out there. Like Jakob last season was one of the Raptors' unsung heroes. Jakob has been a port in the storm. He's been protecting the paint. He's been an organizer on offense. He's been a guy who's finishing everything around the basket, getting out on offensive glass. He's surprisingly being a decent free throw shooter, even though he's a guy who shoots with one hand. Yaka's just been steady as hell. Like, I haven't had to worry about Yaka for 2 years. I'm like, okay, no matter what the Raps are trying to do, Yaka's still going to be there, and he's solid. This ain't Yaka right now, man. And this is Yaka with the bad back, and he's playing like Alex Len right now. Like, he can barely jump. He can barely move. He's not looking to be aggressive. There's one play where the Raptors ran an empty side pick and roll with Jakob, so there was nobody on that one side of the floor after the ball handler came up. They slipped it to Jakob. I'm like, okay, Jakob's got the whole side of the floor to himself. And instead of looking at the basket, he literally dribbled back out for a dribble handoff. And I'm like, man, like, he fought today. He still got 5 offensive rebounds in 19 minutes. But Jakob has had foul trouble in every game that he's played. I think he fouled out against the Bucks. I think he had 5 against the Hawks. He had 5 here tonight. It's just clearly, to me, a guy who's unable to just play up to his level. And by the way, the Raptors don't have any backups for Jakob. Like, they have Mamu, and Mamu was like Mamu looked like he was like Michael Jordan athletically compared to Jakob in terms of just at the position. Both guys playing 5. On one hand you have Jakob like playing in the paint and like not able to really move around, and on the other hand you have Mamu like streaking down the floor, beating guys down the floor for layups or attacking closeouts 2 steps long to the basket, repeatedly going to the rim. But that's all fine. Mamu is playing his role. Mamu's been great, but he's also not a defender for you. And again, like, the monsters that the Raptors are going to see night after night. You know what I mean? When obviously last game it was Giannis, goes for 31 and 20. This game it's the Mavericks, and AD doesn't even look physically right. He still goes 11 of 14 for 25 points. He must have had 7 dunks in this game. Next game, the Raptors are going to play Victor Wembanyama tomorrow night, right? You'll still have Victor. After that, you're going to see Alperen Şengün. After that, you are going to see Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, night after night. And this is not ideal for the guy with the bad back. But, man, like, I know Ayaka's playing through it. He's being a soldier. But he is not even close to the level that he can be. And then, unfortunately, the Raptors' second unit, they're young. So sometimes they're going to be up. Sometimes they're going to be down. Large part, they've been down to start the year. There hasn't been a lot of strong performances. I was very curious to see what Colin Murray-Boyles would do in his rookie debut. There was a real chance he could have played against Milwaukee, but ultimately he wasn't able to make it. And so this is his official NBA debut. He's going to want to flush this one because just nothing went his way. When he was hustling to save the ball, he would save it directly to a guy to dunk the ball under the basket. When he was trying to tip the ball, it would go straight to another opponent and they would get an open shot. When he was trying to finish around the basket, he was leaving it short. When he tried a 3 at the end there, he had nothing but glass. Like, it was just really unfortunate. The first play of the game I remember seeing him was him versus Cooper Flagg, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be fun. Just one-on-one, 2 rookies going at each other, not a lot of help. And I was like, CMB cuts him off. CMB cuts him off, makes him back down, keeps him locked there, and then one up fake, he steps into it, and Cooper Flagg steps around him for an and one. That actually happened in the first half once, and also once in the second half. It was just a real struggle for CMB. I feel bad for him in the sense that, like, this game just felt like it was a little bit above him. And hopefully he can just like find his rhythm and just ease into it. Today was not an ease into it type of game. And whatever, this is just the NBA. There's no mercy for you. There's no easing into it for Cooper Flagg. Cooper just had a really good game, but I'm expecting a lot more from CMB. Today he was absolutely a minus. And that's not me ruling out the rookie. I'm just giving you the report of how he played. I think Grady Dick, he got it going towards the end there, and that's how he got to his 10 points. But outside of the flurry that he had with the third unit, which by all means, like, that game was over at that point. It was literally, both benches emptied and Grady was out there, and he got a couple shots up, which is good. Like, I want him to find his rhythm. I want him to find his aggression. The Raptors bench needs that. But this was a bad game from Grady, man. Guys just beating him easily off the bounce. Another guy who I just don't think is well suited to play that pressure defense, because it's not even necessarily because of a lack of foot speed or whatever. He's just really skinny. And so, a lot of on-ball defenses, you either want to force a guy to go a direction that they don't want to go, or you want to not allow him to drive either way because you're like obviously standing in the way and you can cut him off, and you can obviously shift your feet if you need to. But one way to really help that if you're just bigger and stronger, and so guys aren't able to like bump and create an angle against you. One thing I consistently find with Grady is just because he has like he has a thinner build, thinner hips, just in general. Doesn't take that much to get an edge and then create an advantage around them, and then they just drive it. And now, of course, Grady, if he's strong enough, he can maybe fight back, or if he's quick enough, he can maybe like anticipate and get back into position and kind of get around, or slide back in where you're curving around. But guys are just like driving a little bit at his hip and then just like completely getting by him, and now he's on their hip and now he's kind of out to play. It's just kind of too easy to get around Grady. And of course, offensively, he has to do a hard thing, right? So, he's flying around for these layups. He missed a layup here today to start the game. Then he's like taking hard corner threes, which, maybe the defense should offer him better, or offense should generate better looks for him. But a lot of the looks are like, hey, Grady, run as fast as possible around a down screen, catch a shoot, with some momentum. Those are hard shots. Like, you got to set your feet. You got to locate the rim. You got to shoot at it. No one's saying life is easy for a guy who's a shooter, right? You're objectively taking hard shots, especially a movement shooter like Grady. But when those aren't going in, then the defensive lapses really start to sort of lock in. And of course, the flip side is you have Ochai Agbaji, who's better defensively, and can do a little bit more of what the Raptors want defensively. But offensively, he's just not quite there. You know what I mean? Like, there's just like he's like corner threes, catch and shoot threes. He hit the one he hit today was a transition three, which was good. It was a transition play. Dallas decided to go to the basket. He was wide open to the top. He knocked it in. I'm happy for him. That's good confidence. But in terms of the offensive generation you want to see from a guard, you just didn't see a lot of that from Ochai. And you just generally never see that from Ochai. He's kind of like trying to play as like a hustle guy. Actually, he'd be really good on a team like alongside some heliocentric players who can really create offense. He'd be good on the Lakers, for example, with Luka. He could honestly, I guess, even in Dallas, actually Dallas right now is not a good example, but like teams with like good, slashers, guys who can create a lot of offense, like he'd be good on the Hawks, for example, with Trae Young. Like there's certainly a good team for Ochai out there, but the Raptors, for a team that doesn't really generate a lot of like off the dribble, advantages. I think Scottie is strong off the dribble, like in terms of just his overall strength, but he's not consistently beating guys off the dribble because his handle's not that not to that level. IQ is a little bit too like, I don't want to say weak because that feels rude, but like, he's not really affecting that many plays off the dribble. RJ's mostly driving it to score for himself. And then Brandon can obviously get off the dribble, but he's mostly looking to pull up in the mid range. Like, they badly need more like on ball creation across the board. And that's where it's like, at least Grady gives you that off ball movement creation where he doesn't need to buy the ball, but he's moving so much and he's cutting so much that he's getting open. Ochai just doesn't really get open. Like, guards who have to get fed by the offense is fine. Like, it's fine in the sense that it's like contextually fine. But in this type of offense or in this type of team where there's not a lot of guys creating, looks off the dribble and creating advantages, you're actually like taking stuff off the table by not bringing stuff onto the table, especially from the guard position, right? So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, today the defense was an issue. I'm really worried about Jakob's back. I'm really hoping that IQ can just find some sort of settle. Like, he just has moments of like over aggression, and then like sometimes he's not aggressive, and then defensively guys are just kind of like pushing him around. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, like it is 3 games into the year, and I wasn't expecting this team to like hit the ground running and just cruise. They have a difficult schedule. They're on the road a lot. Like, you can already hear the broadcast making, the caveats. Like, they're playing a hard schedule. They're young. You take Garrett Temple off the team. This is like the 3rd youngest team. I don't know. Is that true? Like, damn, are the Raptors really that young? But in any case, like, still, yeah, this game just left a bad taste in my mouth. And again, like I'll show you like this. So this is last game. This is literally the whole 48 minutes against the Washington Wizards. All right, and it's not like Washington has elite rim protection, right? But this is their last game against the Washington Wizards, right? The whole entire 48 minutes, they shoot 19 of 38 in the restricted area. That is 50%. But more importantly, they only had 19 makes in the restricted area. This is a span of 14 minutes against the Raptors in the second half, from the start of the 3rd quarter to about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter. In that time, Dallas has 13 of 16 from the restricted area. Do you understand what I'm saying? Against a whole game against Washington, they only have 19 makes in the restricted area. And in a span of a quarter and a bit, they have 13 against the Raptors. That's unacceptable for a team that needs to improve on defense. So we're going to take a quick break. We want to get to your questions. We want to bring in Alex Wong to talk about the Toronto Blue Jays because that's really what everyone's focused on right now is the Jays. So we'll talk a little Jays. But yeah, in the meantime, leave your comments in the chat right now because I'll kind of go through them during this break. Okay. Welcome back. We'll bring in Alex soon enough. As soon as I see his camera turn on. Right now he's still in the dark. What up, dog? Let's just bring him in, man. Yo!
What up, dog?
What up, Bad Bunny? What's going on, man?
What's good, man? Raptors, tough one for the Raps tonight, you know?
Yep.
Defense, tough. It's only 3 games, though, man. You gotta chill out, bro.
No. I'm not chilling out, man. This team, nothing bothers me than when a team says, we're going to do this. This is our identity. You know, like, if you're going to say you're going to do it, if you're going to promise it, then go ahead and do it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, 139 to Dallas, like, come on, man.
Listen, man, they got tough sched coming up, too, right? San Antonio, Houston, Cleveland. They gotta start getting that. They gotta start getting that defense together, man. Otherwise, it's gonna be like a 1-4 start for them. 1-5.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got the Milwaukee game, right? Like they're like, okay, we're gonna double Giannis at every opportunity. We're gonna leave guys open, but then like Cole Anthony's gonna burn us. And then this game, I mean, look, you just can't give up 9 dunks, bro. Like I don't care. Like 9 dunks in a quarter is crazy. Like it's not like you're playing. I don't know. It's anyway. What's going on, man? How are you, dog? What's going on?
Good,
What's changed since I saw you like 2 hours ago?
Yeah, we went to the Ronnie Chang Hassan Minaj show this afternoon at Massey Hall. Shouts to the homie Ronnie for the ticket hookup. Ran into a lot of friends there. Vivek Jacob was there, of course. This is the exact crowd you would expect, just Chinese
Asian guys and brown guys?
Yeah,
absolutely, man.
Chinese and brown, and it was a debate format type, them just going back and forth roasting each other. I thought it was really well done. Like they just did a format of like, are Asians or Indians better at like sports, at like corporate culture, at relationships and all this stuff. And yeah, the jokes were flying, man. I don't know if that would be I don't know if that's a crazy Netflix special. You know what I'm saying?
I just yeah. I mean, this is honestly, I don't know how it was in your high school, but this was what it was like for me in middle school in particular. No, I'm just telling you. Like, I went to middle school in that range. I was like 2005 to 2007. I'm not I'm telling you, every day before school, during recess, during lunch, and then after school was just everyone being horrible to each other. Okay, like
we're horrible at that age,
like,
man. What were you bullied
like
about?
Making fun of each other, like, and this was a very ethnically mixed school that I was at. You know what I mean? So everyone got joked on, and everyone got jokes off of. Man, and this is what it felt like, man. I was like, yo, I haven't heard this since I was at Hilltop Middle School.
What was the thing that they joked on you about the most?
My head, absolutely. I think when I was in grade 4, I changed schools. My parents moved, so I changed schools, and the first day I got to class, this guy, like, I was new. Like, they're like, okay, here's this new guy, whatever. You know, his name's Will. He's going to sit in the class, whatever. And then I remember we were in, like, the first floor of a school. And one of the guys, like middle of the class, just, like, opened one of the windows and then, like, jumped out of it. Like, again, like, it's ground level. So, like, he wasn't hurt or anything. He was ground level. And he ran outside the window and he's, like, pointing at us. And, you know, everyone's like, oh, well, he's doing something, whatever, right? They go over and the guy points at me. He's like, that's SpongeBob SquarePants. I didn't even know why. It was very funny to me, though. It was a great introduction to the school, I suppose.
Yeah, people just used to make fun of my Chinese name and stuff because, like
Oh.
I didn't go. I guess I didn't go by like Alex when I signed up for school, so they would like say my Chinese name.
Yo.
And then people would just laugh at that all the time for like no reason. But
Really?
like even
Did you
amongst
go to
friends,
school with
even
Chinese
amongst,
kids?
yeah, but I guess the non-Chinese
Chinese kids was
are
like,
gonna-
yo, you have a Chinese name. That's hilarious. Like, what?
But I guess it's like even my friends would laugh at it. It's like not like that big of a deal. But I guess yeah, there was a lot of bullying and stuff going on back in the day. That we've kind of all like forgotten about. You know, we're in a better place now.
Yeah. Hey, Streets are saying this, man. Hold on. Jimmy says, I can feel Will's stress way higher than last season. Alex keeps the same chill energy.
Yeah, I got some. What else? Let's see what else the. Hold on, what's this? Jack Taylor. I guarantee no one is here to listen to Alex Wong. You have about random shit. Yo, Jack Taylor, you fucking out of here. You getting tossed. I know no Jack Taylors like me. I know I make passive aggressive white jokes all the time. My bad.
Get
out of here, Jack.
Are you guys not familiar with this show, man? This is
Oh, and another one from Dennis the Menace. Oh, here comes the Asian talk of. Oh, yo, you know what? Totally understandable. That's why we let Will do the post game show by himself. So then there's a natural cutoff point. And when my bosses print out the drop off, you'll see right when I pop on is the drop off.
Wait, hold on. I know they said no more Asian talk, but
Holy shit. What's up? Wait, what's going on? Something wrong with this team. Oh my god.
oh, okay. Come on, guys.
Oh, that's insane. No, man. Listen, it's 3 games into the season, man. Just let this team play it out a little bit. Listen, the defense is terrible right now, and I totally agree with you. Like, you can't talk about defense all the time and make it like your personality, but then it's like actually not your personality.
That's
Like,
what I'm saying.
There has to be some accountability there. And
I'm only holding them accountable to what they have set their bar as. You know what I mean? If they didn't come out and be like, we want to dominate on defense, then I'd be like, yo, this team of not particularly strong defenders gave up 139 with Jakob with a bad back against a team with a big front court. Like, I can understand to some degree. But a lot of this was like, guys weren't even like, I wouldn't say trying, but the focus just wasn't there. Like, this is no way they like gave their good effort tonight and just got beat. Like, those type of games, I'll hand it to you. You know what I mean? But like, this was just guys running. Like, this is how the Atlanta Hawks played on opening night. And we killed the Atlanta Hawks for how they played on Atlanta night. You know, so we're not even gonna hold ourselves to Hawk standards. Come on, man.
Yeah, no, we gotta show up with more pride this week, especially with this tough schedule. What's up with the racism tonight, Derek? Alex, why didn't you tell your cousin Yamamoto to chill yesterday? People really just be saying anything they want when they're on the internet. I'm here to
hurting his feelings, guys.
I'm here to confront all this hate today. We're gonna confront this head on.
Yeah. Hey, yo, Yamamoto did kill us though.
Yo, what a masterful performance. Yeah, I do want to take back what I said about Shohei Ohtani the other day about like not liking Shohei. Honestly, Shohei's a great guy, man. I don't even know why.
I was gonna say, how could you hate Shohei?
I don't even know
He's just,
why.
Like joking at first was black.
Yeah, I came and hate on him, and I hate that the fans started chanting that like we don't need you, Adam. Like at the end of game 1. First of all, you don't poke the bear like that. Like that's Shohei Ohtani right there. And number 2, like, what are you talking about? Like, of course I want Ohtani, man. This is like saying I won't date you to like Rihanna at like a concert or something. Like, I won't date you because she married A$AP Rocky. Like, no, what are we doing? I think that's Toronto gotta chill. Yeah.
Well, ironically, we are the city of Drake, so this is actually a very fitting analogy. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's get a couple of questions in, but ball wise before we obviously pivot to Blue Jays corner, because you could definitely tell that we wanna pivot to Blue Jays corner. Okay. Question is, first one, 3 games in, how would you describe what the Raptors are trying to do offensively? Not the outcome, but the process. Yeah, offensively, you could definitely tell this team worked more on defense than offense, just in their training for the season. Again, another reason why we're crashing at about 139 points is the fact that they worked mostly on defense, but they have consistently said to us the messaging has been, and we're not there for practice, right? Practices are closed practices. But the consistent messaging is like, this is going to be a work in progress. Offensively, you can definitely tell they're trying to fit in Brandon Ingram to what they're trying to do, while also trying to keep some of the stuff that they did last season. My recommendation already is like, all the stuff where they give the ball to Jakob and cut off of him, like, I just don't like that. You know what I mean? Like, he's just not a threat. You know, I think that, like, I don't mind giving Brandon the ball and letting him create a little bit more. Guys are really successfully keeping me out the paint. And so I'm really hoping that he can get either another way to find space to get all the way to the basket or just create more offense for himself. I actually don't mind. It's not like the Raptors are like that efficient offensively that, you know, we can't use Brandon Ingram's ISOs. We can definitely use those. Scottie's actually been great offensively. I feel like game one, he was just dominating the paint. Today, he was everywhere. He was good at all three levels. The Bucks game, he was good in moments, but also pretty bad in moments. So whatever. But I think he's been two good games. Actually, I'd say one great game today, a good game against Atlanta, and then like maybe like a B minus C plus type of game against Milwaukee. That's been fine. And then RJ's been largely efficient as well. It's really just IQ hasn't really converted, you know. And like, I don't know. Do you feel bad for IQ a little bit in a way in terms of just like what's he supposed to be doing? Because he's the point guard, but I don't ever get a sense of like this is IQ's leading the offense ever.
You know, the nightmare scenario is that the Raptors paid starting point guard money to a guy who's actually just a sixth man. Like, I think that's the nightmare scenario for quickly for the Raptors. Because, like, it does feel like, I mean, listen, man, it's 3 games in, whatever. I know you said he's like in his 3rd year here, but, like, to me, this is really the first time he's running with this team, right? And I'm not trying to give him, like, a full benefit of the doubt. Like, we've seen some of the body of work, but you got to give it a little time, I feel like, with this starting lineup. But I do worry that, like, he's not really, like, a starting point guard on, like, a great team, on a good team. And that could come because, like, that's a huge contract on the Raptors if that's the case.
Yeah. What else we got, man? Hold on. Next question. Drew for IQ swap. Someone sent in $2 to ask this question. Is this just to get out of a contract? I mean, yes, Drew Holiday is a better player. I mean, he's an NBA champion, and I mean, but this will just be like a straight up contract dump, no?
Yeah, and also Drew. I mean, Drew's carrying a pretty big contract too, and Drew's the type of player.
Oh, that's right. He got extended.
Yeah, Drew's the type of player that I think belongs on a team that's like ready to win right now. So if you're getting Drew, I'm not sure. That feels like a very like short term fix. So
yeah. I mean,
listen, let's just give IQ a little bit more time. I think it's fair that he hasn't played well and all this stuff, but it's like, let's give him a little bit more time, man. Okay. Let's give him a little bit more time.
I agree. I wouldn't do this. I by the way, this actually put the Raptors deeper into the luxury tax, which is kind of nuts. Okay, what else we got, man? Late to class. If the Raptors are below 500 in January, is Darko on the hot seat? Ooh, we're getting spicy, man. Jeez.
I mean, I think the Raptors would have to be like absolutely horrible. Like, I'm talking like 10, 15 games below 500 for that to even be a conversation. I'm guessing that he's going to get this full year at least to make it work, and they've been very happy with him so far. This is the first year that there's really expectations on winning and stuff. I don't see them pulling the plug on that, cuz like Darko's built the culture that the team wants him to build so far here, unless it's like absolutely terrible, like players are quitting on him and stuff. But you've seen him, like you've posted the clips, like he's been working very closely, like one-on-one with Brandon. You know, I think he has a great relationship with the guys. Kind of spooked out Scottie the other day, you know, running into the locker room. Maybe don't do that after a win. Remember after the Atlanta win, he ran in and he's like, "Let's go!" And then he like scared the hell out of Scottie.
Oh, Darko? Yeah, I mean,
but like, you know, maybe don't do that. But it's like, no, I think Darko's gonna get the full year. I think.
Yeah, Darko's gonna get the full year.
I don't think there's a hot seat watch for him right now.
Yeah, I feel like, okay, coaches definitely get fired for multiple reasons. I mean, sometimes coaches just aren't good. Sometimes, you know, star player and coach don't, you know, go eye to eye. But I feel like the number one cause of coaches getting fired is when GMs are on the hot seat and they're like, let's just throw the coach on there.
It doesn't feel that hot for Bobby right now. I don't know. I feel like Bobby's not that popular with fans, but it's like I don't think it feels hot right now.
Yeah, I don't know. And to me, I don't think that like what Darko was trying to do is the wrong thing. Like he was brought in to develop players. He was brought in to have the players share the ball. And then the last 2 seasons, well, last season and the start of this season, he's really been like about defense. I just need to see the players actually follow suit and actually execute because
this is all on the players, man. I mean, like Darko can preach all the principles he wants and stuff, but like that especially that starting 5 group, like they got to take some pride in this stuff, man. You can't be giving up 140 points.
And if I was Darko, what I would show is the fact that with 2 minutes left, the third stringers came in. And they're down like 15 points. And Jamal Shed is like scrambling and diving all over the place trying to force turnovers. And they're playing with their heads on fire. And then I would contrast that to a tie game to start the second half. And how many times the starters gave up and they just got dunked on. Right?
Yeah.
And like, to me, it's just like, that's disappointing is we've seen the young players in this team play the solid defense and the identity that the Raptors want to do. Even last season when the Raptors were tanking, who played all those minutes? The young guys. They've been trying to do, and they're almost setting the culture that the older guys trying to follow. That's never supposed to be the case. You know, no matter what industry you're in, old guys are supposed to be ones actually leading the rest of the guys. And so what if I were Darko, I wouldn't really make them practice tomorrow because it's a back-to-back. You're not going to do that. But I would really gather them at the arena, and I would show them an hour of game tape. And I would just say, this defensive breakdown, and I would be very clear. I would call out everybody, starting from the leaders, from Scottie, Brandon, all the way down, all the starters. And Jakob, the whole time, he should be on the massage table, actually. You know? But Jakob was like, yeah, coach, you're right. I didn't do well. My back hurts, you know what I mean? But, like, but seriously, like, I'd be showing them all this tape, because honestly, like, this is a bad weekend of defense by a team that wants to play deep, man.
It's possible that this starting lineup just the personnel is not good enough to have a good defense. But right now, like you mentioned, it's like an effort issue. Like we need to at least see them have that. And they should pull. You know, Darko should pull the Nick Nurse special. Remember, Nick used to be like pull guys to watch film at like 6 before like a 7 p.m. game.
Oh yeah.
He'd be like, "Yo, I pulled Precious in. I sat him down. I'm like, yo, you suck. Like you sucked on this play. You sucked on that play." And unfortunately, Precious got injured that same night. Actually,
I remember that. Yeah,
but it's like that's what he got to do. Like real close to game time type. You know, like really get the guys fired up right before Wemby comes out and just like starts draining shots from half court. Yeah.
Yeah, well, what are we supposed to do against Wemby tomorrow night?
I don't know. They got to stack Mamu. They got to put Shed on top of Mamu.
Yo, they got to do like those like halftime dunk acts where they like have a guy like when they like push the other guy forward.
They need to pull out the
like
Reddit
cheerleaders.
They need to pull up the Reddit defense, like 4 guys holding hands and forming a circle around Wemby.
Like I don't know, man.
Like legit, if I told you tomorrow, like if I told you the over under on Wemby 39.5, like are you not smacking the over?
I'm giving it a long thought, man.
Yeah, like I don't know. Yeah. We'll see, man. We just need the effort. It's just the effort right now.
Yeah. By the way, I actually think that like early in the season, I'm not expecting them to give up on their defense. Like give it 10 games, give it 15 games. Mm-hmm. But if after 10, 15 games, the starters show you like, yo, we just can't do this ball pressure thing. We can't like be super into the ball. This is not good for us. Because I actually think it's in a way playing the wrong defense for the personnel actually hurts the team more than the intention to get after a defensive.
Right. Well, Nick used to do that too. Like Nick had a certain defensive approach when he had really good defensive guys, like on the championship team. And then he tried to force some of that too with like different personnel, and it didn't work.
Right. Yeah.
I think that's exactly what you're saying.
You're almost making them look weaker. Like a guy like IQ, for example, or a guy like RJ. Do I want them to press up on the ball? Sure. Like, obviously. But if they're not able to and they're giving blow-bys every time,
it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Then you're actually making the defense look even worse, especially when Jakob's back is so bad that he can't really provide the regular level of help.
Maybe that's the thing. They dial it back, and then it's the bench that comes in and applies that pressure.
Yeah, because like what Jimmy's saying here is Chad has forgotten how important Jakob is to this team. He's simply not healthy. That's all. Have we all forgotten about the abyss when we didn't have a true full-time big? Let the man's back heal. I agree, man. I the only guy I'm not blaming for this is Jakob, even though Jakob is a huge part of the issue why they're struggling right now. I just so clearly he's just not himself, man, and it makes me feel sad, honestly. Like,
well, I think
Jakob's
what's he dealing with? It's a back injury, right?
He said he's got back spasms.
But
Remember
then he
when we
got a
talked to him
mask up
one-on-one?
front too. Yeah, he got back spasms. He got a little facial situation going
his
on.
nose is also broken, which also doesn't help.
No, it's early in the season. If he's really not well, just like sit him for like a week or something, man.
But the thing is, like, I honestly, yeah, I guess I'm not even sure what the right thing to do here is, because it's like,
No, he
Sandro
shouldn't be
can come
gutting it
in.
out right now, though. Like, it's 3 games into the season.
You want to start Sandro then? What are we doing? Like,
Yeah,
we're
but it's like
starting
if
Sandro game
Jakob's
4?
really like, if he's really compromised, like just take a week off.
I mean,
It shouldn't be this dire. It shouldn't be this dire on October 26th, man.
yeah,
It's not even Halloween yet.
yeah. No, you're right. You're right. Like, honestly, there should be enough backup on the roster where anybody misses a week, they should be okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, your workplace should not be set up where you can't take like a 2-week sick break.
And like, I mean, you're
know
not gonna do it against Wemby, but like against, I guess not the Rockets too, because all their guys are 6'11". But it's like
Their average starting lineup is 6'10". We got one guy over.
no,
6'10".
but it's like I guess on some teams you can even go small, right? Like I don't know, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
so-
if Jakob's out, but not this week. Okay, Jakob, just tough out the next 2 games and then take a break. This guy's got to wrestle Wemby and then like arm wrestle Steven Adams. My man's gonna be Bane versus Batman.
Yo, I actually feel so bad for Jakob, especially the start of the season, man.
Holy shit! But we knew the schedule was gonna be tough to open. Like
Sure.
not to make these
Yeah.
losses, and that's why it's like that's why
I
the
hear you.
losses. No, but that's why the losses to Milwaukee and Dallas, 2 winnable games, is tough, man.
Right. Clayton asks, where were Matt and Jack at the home opener? The normal nest of the players was empty. Yeah, so I don't know if you noticed this, but because we were both at the game against Milwaukee, and so they're no longer sitting courtside row; they're sitting 1 row behind courtside.
Right.
So
I believe.
usually
I
have the
believe.
scores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were saying it's
And-
like I think the scores table; those have been converted to seats now, right?
Well, I think there's definitely more of an effort to get more. Okay, look, obviously, courtside is the most valuable seating. That's where they're going to make the most money. And so I think there's plans to reshuffle some of the arrangements courtside. And I think part of that actually is just that they've moved them to the second row. You also notice, by the way, I think the TSN broadcasts were already being done from the 600 level.
Yeah.
But at least for the last like 3-4 years, I mean, obviously we worked at Sportsnet for 3 years. Like, the Sportsnet radio broadcast was always called courtside, like kind of in the second row, but still courtside, like in that area. They got moved to the 100 level now.
Oh, okay.
So,
So
like,
everybody's been
there's-
shuffled back.
I don't even see JR courtside with the little Monday hat anymore, man.
Yeah, that sucks because I know JR loves that, man. Every time Drake shows up, it's always JR in the back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Second row, eh? We might. You think Devlin get mad? We call him second row Matt. I think he'd get pretty mad because do you know this is a thing that happens? So Fat Joe in New York, Joe's one of the celebs that gets like the courtside, right? Like courtside
Sure.
at the front. And then he
Right.
always clowns on Joe Budden because Joe Budden gets row 2 behind him, so he calls him second row Joe.
Yeah, second row Joe's fire, man.
No, but like hating on somebody because they're 1 row back. But that is the huge difference between sitting
No.
courtside and sitting row 2. Yeah.
I'm not even trying to shame nobody, but imagine sitting second row behind Fat Joe, man. You'd be like, huh? What happened?
No, but
Wait,
every
whoa.
time. Every time the Knicks post a photo of a Fat Joe, Joe Budden's in the background, and he
they're like,
always
yo.
gets clowned. They're
You gotta
always
lean
like,
back.
I know, that ain't who I think it is.
Yo, they're calling him in the back Jack. No.
Yo, no. Yeah, so you might have to ask Matt when you see him next time if second row Matt is okay. Yeah. you gotta get the approval. Yeah. But anyways, there's been some rearranging, so people are getting moved back.
There has been some rearranging for sure.
Good eye, Clayton.
Yeah, seriously, good eye, guys. Did you guys see Jaylen Brown's hairline rub off on OG?
He rubbed off on another guy tonight in Detroit. I might have been Santel, but I think he rubbed off again. Yeah. Jalen Brown's been doing the little Carlos Boozer.
I believe it's called
routine.
the Beijing.
Why did we have to take this? Why couldn't
Yeah,
this be?
I was gonna say I've never seen an Asian guy paint his hair. Okay,
Why couldn't this be
Why is it a
Osaka? Why couldn't
Beijing?
it be the Osaka or something?
why did our nation's capital have
Yo,
to take
I
this
don't get
one?
it.
Man?
Why is it called Beijing?
You know how dumb it would be called? It was called the Ottawa. Like,
Can someone actually let us know why it's called a Beijing? That's terrible, man. I don't want to own this. No, man.
yeah.
Yeah, but he's been. I don't know. Has he been asked about it? Yeah.
Well, you try asking him about this, man.
Well, Jalen Brown's
Goodness.
apparently too smart for the NBA, so we got to
So
ask him.
apparently it was they were playing the Pistons. They lost to the Pistons, it was Ron Holland got a bit of it on him. I'll
He
show you
got a
the
little
image.
Beijing on him.
He got a little Chinese in him.
He got that Beijing on him.
Hold on.
Yo, that's LeBron's
Yeah, that's just
skill.
this.
Yeah, that's insane, man.
I mean, like, yeah.
They were saying they were saying his braids were too tight for his whole career. I guess that causes the hairline to be pushed back. I don't know.
I mean, yeah. Obviously, for
I
the
am
two
not
of
an
us,
expert
it's-
in braids. Yeah.
We are not an expert in this sense at all.
Yeah.
But
We could ask
I
Jeremy
just-
Lin. I mean, he was once braided. Yeah.
oh man,
Yeah.
yeah. Jeremy Lin really got away with that. Yeah, this is the picture from.
Yeah. Why does he look so evil? Yeah. Someone said he got that tiger bomb on him. Have you heard about this fan from South Korea, Tom Her? He's like a diehard Pistons fan. He like flew into
you told me,
Detroit, and then like the city of Detroit has been like treating him like royalty. He went to the Pistons game, and then Tom Gore, the owner, took him to the team shop and basically was like, "Yo, buy anything you want." And he like
Oh, really?
scooped up like 11 jerseys, like 12.
You
hoodies.
can
It's
have whatever
crazy.
you like.
Well, if who would be the equivalent? I guess Ed Rogers. If Ed Rogers was like, "Hey, Will, man, like, you know,
Yeah.
team store, you got 30 minutes here. You know, this is on my dime. Like, what are you doing? You grabbing
Really?
every jersey? Like, what are you focused on?"
Yeah, definitely starting with the jerseys for sure.
Yeah, every jersey.
Yeah, I'll probably get every jersey. Yeah, why not, man?
Yeah,
I mean, if
yeah.
it's on Ed Rogers, absolutely, man.
And,
about
and
to
I'm
make my
pretty
money
sure
back.
you being good dude, like you'll hook up the family, you know.
Yeah, I'll get you
Something
one.
for-
I'll get your own
I don't
one.
know, something,
get,
but
get
something
my
for
little
pops.
brother one.
Yeah, pops,
Yeah,
brother.
my dad's got a lot of like free gear in this house, man. All half the stuff he wears is just the free tees I get.
Does your mom put on some Raps gear or what, man?
Nah, mom's not
Mom's
into
is
that.
not- mom's not into
Mom's
that,
not
yeah.
into that. Yeah, put on my Gramps a little bit. You know, Gramps walks around with the Toronto Maple Leafs hat all the time.
Oh, I love that.
But
I
okay,
don't
so
know
by the
what-
way,
yeah.
we have the answer to why it's
Oh,
called
it's
Beijing.
okay. It's a totally different word. B-I-G. Beijing. Biggin.
Somehow a more Chinese word than Beijing.
Can we call
is
it
what the
biggin?
name of the product is.
We need to stop being biggins. Yeah. Bilbo Biggin. Yo, you know what, man? Raps win 5 in a row. I will go Beijing.
You don't need it, man.
If Raps, no, I don't care. I'll paint over my full head.
You don't even need it, man.
If Raps go 5, no, you know I've been painting my eye, and now I've been obsessed with painting my face.
Oh,
So
you
now I'm
got the-
moving to my head.
you can put Beijing on it, man. You're fine.
Yo,
Yeah.
putting on Beijing and then going to play pickup. Imagine, you know how you like dig your head into someone when you're like pounding the ball.
I'd be so pissed.
You're just rubbing Beijing. It's like,
You're like,
yo,
yo,
you ruined
what
my
the
Wally
hell?
Serbiak jersey, man.
Like, yeah. So it's permanent permanent powder hair color.
Yeah. Okay.
It says Oriental.
Oh no, man. Okay, we need to legit order this. We need to get a company budget. And no, I want to get some Beijing, man. I'm going Beijing, man.
You already have the Oriental black, man.
Oriental Black. What is that? The first 2 hitters in the Dodgers lineup, man. Holy.
Oh, come on, man. By the way, I feel like Jalen Brown's hairline's not even that bad. That's the thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you know, Jalen Suggs, or if who's
Yes.
the guy, the Carter guy, Anthony Carter's son in
Oh,
Sacramento.
in Sacramento?
Yeah, like if those guys popped out with it, like I understand,
Yes.
but like Jalen's good, man. You don't even need this.
Well, I just think it's so obvious. Like, obviously, someone's gonna pick up on it, even if like it didn't smudge on OG. Like, you just look at
he
that.
legit ruined OG's shirt.
No, you
man.
just
Devin
look
Carter,
at that,
yes.
and that's like that looks straight Crayola, man. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
Shouts to Beijing.
Hey, shouts to Beijing.
Never been, by the way.
It's not as fun of a city. I feel like if your first cities you want to go to in China, if you've never been, Shanghai is a great place to start. Highly recommend Chengdu. Chongqing, you see in the viral videos. Chongqing is a racist person's idea of a Chinese.
It's pretty bad. The Chongqing
They're like-
Express. Yeah.
They're like, where you going, man? Chongqing? I'm like,
Yeah, that's terrible, man. That's terrible.
wonderful city. I love Chongqing.
Where's Jack Taylor at, man? You out of here. All right, what's next?
Yeah, what a waste of performance on Barnes. Hey, by the way, man, Scottie's been playing great, man.
Scottie had a great game.
Focus of the first 3 games has been great, man. Even the game where he, like, I thought about it, and I know it was a big topic of, like, okay, he was going at Giannis, and then Giannis kind of, like, went back at him, and obviously Giannis won
But
that
we
battle.
like that aggression from Scottie,
that,
man.
though.
I love
That was nice.
the best stretches of Scottie's career so far with the Raptors is when he is like tapped in like that, man.
When he wants to go at these top guys.
Yeah.
Like, that's a star quality.
I have
of course, you're going to
zero-
lose a lot of those battles, but I don't mind that at all.
I have zero problem with that because to me that means he's locked in. I've been very happy with Scottie so far, and I think he's in a good role on this team.
Oh, he's shooting it nicely. There's a good balance to his
Yeah.
game. I think he's setting the aggression, the tone.
Yo, there's
Sometimes
a good team
there's a
in
frustration a little bit too. Like you saw him today, for example. There's one play where he drove the paint, made a great play, and then dumped it off to Jakob, and Jakob like mishandled the pass and it went out of bounds for a turnover. And then you hear Scottie on the Broncos be like, "Come on, man!" And he's like yelling at him. I'm like, you know what, like. He's just into a game. Obviously, I don't like him yelling at teammates, but we've all been there where it's like you're trying to fight uphill, and he's trying to give what he's got. He's
just
like,
no complaining to the
no.
complaining to the ref, man. Cost us like 3 points on that one play.
That's 3 points, man. I'm more worried about the fact that they allowed 9 dunks. In
Yo,
10
three
minutes
of
or whatever.
3 of 139. That's a lot, man.
Someone said I saw Jaylen Brown balding before anyone else.
Yo,
Once.
this guy said he's Ballstradamus. We got Ballstradamus now. What's going on, man? All right, you know what? I respect that. Let us know who's balding next. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let us know.
You know what? If you really got an eye for this, man, let us know, man.
Yeah, let us know. But it has to be people with like full heads of hair right now.
Yeah. Like you got to see it coming from a mile away.
Yeah.
All right, Blue Jays corner.
Jay's corner.
Well, okay. Hold on, let me hand out 3 stars real quick.
Yeah, hand out the
wrap up
stars.
the Raptors portion of the show. We're in like a Raptors / banter portion, as you guys can see already. 3 stars from tonight's game. Scottie's getting the first star. 33 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists. In 34 minutes, was very dominant. I love the fact that the outside shot's been going for him. Last game he hit 2 threes. This game he was 3 of 5 from 3. He's not falling in love with it though. He's taking it situationally. I really like the balance that Scottie's shown. He's not really doing much of the mid-range either. But yeah, just overall like a really nice game. I really have no complaints. Your second star, good to Sandro Mamukelashvili, 16 points, 3 assists. He does this thing where he pump fakes and then he just like holds the ball super high above his head and he just walks it to the rim. It's very
Mamu,
smooth. Like,
can I call
very elegant
Mamu
for
sneaky athletic or what, bro?
He might be sneaky athletic, man. He's getting it up there. Yeah. And then third star. Third star in this game. Why is Jacoby Walter not playing? I feel like Walter would actually be better in some of these cases, but third star, man. I'll give it to BI just for the scoring. Defensively, he gave a lot of it back, but I can't hate on a guy giving 22 points, 10 of 16 shooting.
Yo, BI's here for one side of the court, bro.
He's clearly like, yo, man. You know what? I'm gonna do my thing. Can you do your thing? But I want everyone to meet in the middle. You know what I mean?
I know. BI's big deal been made of like how much happier he is here versus like New Orleans, and yeah.
Well, he's also pushed back on that. He's like, I was happy in New Orleans too, like, but not the last year. But,
yeah,
but
fine, it's I've realized it's not because like New Orleans is a bad franchise. It's because he just gets to come here and be a number 1 option. Like, who wouldn't be happy about that, man?
He gets to just come here and hoop, and everyone loves him so far, which is great. So, shouts to
Happy
BI. I considered Grady just because Grady had a play today where they were like trying to. I was like, oh, what happened? Like, it was like he's like swiping for the ball and he didn't get it, and whatever. They called a loose ball foul, And then the referees like went to the monitor. And I'm like, what are you possibly going to the monitor for? And they're like, oh, it could be a flagrant act. I'm like, okay. And then they showed the replay, and Grady just full on was like guarding D'Angelo Russell, swiped at him, and got no basketball, but just grabbed his like crotch. I was like, whoa. Also that might be a flagrant, man. That was crazy.
I think
like he was nowhere near the ball, man.
D'Lo had a basket. I think Alvin on the broadcast was like, man, even a broken clock is right twice a day. Like, why do people hate D'Lo? Like, why does a former player hate D'Lo?
Let's be real. D'Lo takes bad shots.
Somebody definitely gave Alvin a note to be more critical this year, I feel like.
No, Alvin's cooking out there, man. Because, Alvin sometimes will be like, he gets a little timid, even though I'm like, what are you shy about, man? You're better than half these players on the court right now in your day. But there was one time where I think Matt has given up the stat a couple of times where he's like, if you remove Garrett Temple from the team, the Raptors are like the third youngest team in the NBA. And then and Alvin today, after hearing for like this third time this season, he's like, man, how old is Garrett Temple? Is he 50? How's he raising the average so much?
He's raising the average so much. It's crazy.
I was crying. I'm like, damn, bro.
Oh, man.
Yeah. All right. Gerald Henderson Award for tonight. A couple guys played. Actually, a lot of guys played really well for Dallas, but I think I'm gonna have to give it to PJ Washington. Man, PJ was just like taking us strong and driving through our team. I couldn't really believe it. PJ as like a catch and shoot guy, maybe in transition, a strong defender, but like as an on-ball attacker, he was great. D'Angelo Russell gets some love too. D'Lo's been a Raptor killer, but I actually think PJ Washington was a little bit more demoralizing. So anyway, that's it for the Toronto Raptors. It's time to talk about the number one team in the city, the Toronto Blue Jays. It's Blue Jays Corner. Alex Wong, how you feeling, man? Series 1-1, you're at both games.
Yeah, 1-1. Yamamoto with an absolute masterpiece. Sometimes you just gotta tip your cap. I feel bad for Kevin Gausman. I feel like 8 out of 10 times with that type of outing. I think he retired like 17 in a row at some point. Of course, he gave up those 2 home runs there in the 7th inning, but he was great too. And I think so much excitement built off that game 1, the 9-run inning and stuff. And it felt like they were going to get to Yamamoto early too. Like they had runners on the corners, nobody out in the first inning. And I think they had runners on in like the 2nd and 3rd inning. And after that, he just shut it down. But I still feel good. I think, Jay's going to pull out a real stressful win in game 3 because, any Max Scherzer start is going to be super stressful. I think we're going to have like 7 guys come out the pen. So Jays win game 3, and then Ohtani starting game 4. I think Ohtani's going to have like a legacy game because, there's a monster Ohtani game coming. So I think that'll be that.
Yeah.
And then game 5 will be Vladdy legacy game. Vladdy with a little 3-run home run in the 8th to put the Jays ahead. And then Jays come back up 3-2, and then I don't know how we solve Yamamoto, but we do it in game 6, and that's it. Jays in 6.
That sounds like Jason 7 because I don't think we came even close to Yamamoto. That might have been one of the most dominant performances I've watched.
I'm so scared of seeing him again. And we'll see him again, like for game 6.
Where were you sitting for the game? Like, could you see like the strike zone, for example? Like,
I was sitting in I was sitting at the 200 level, like towards the third baseline. So I had a pretty good view. I think I was just like crazy impressed. Like this guy. First
off, he got 6 pitches, and he could command all of them.
It's like all from the same arm angle. He's throwing you like a 78 mile per hour curveball, or like a 92 mile an hour splitter, or like a 98 mile an hour fastball, and they all look the same.
Yeah,
like he's
insane. Like if Chris Bassett could throw 98.
Yeah,
but except Chris Bassett can do all those things, but with a little 92 per hour fastball that doesn't really sneak by a lot of guys.
Dodgers are like they're like a hard team to hate, man. Like I don't really hate a lot of guys on that team.
Well, I mean, I don't. Okay, there's a couple of things I feel like with them. Number one, like defensively, they look just really solid. Like to me, just on the eye test, because obviously I'm not watching 162 games of baseball.
Yeah,
but they look. I mean, the Yankees were a joke defensively. The Mariners even had a couple like
they were not a good. They were not a sharp team. They were not a sharp team.
Yeah, like Suarez at third. You know what I mean? Like they just made a lot of errors. I mean, Kyle Raleigh was letting like balls pass him all the time in the dirt. I feel like with the Dodgers, it's like a ball hit to short. Betts is like cleaning that thing up and throwing an accurate throw. To first. Their third baseman Muncy has looked strong.
Hey, Freddie Freeman did botch that one pop up. Yeah.
He botched the pop up as a Canadian, and I'm happy for him. But
Yeah.
ultimately, that didn't even matter. You know what I mean? I don't know, by the way, how they scored that as a single. Like, what's going on?
So, well, the crazy thing with baseball, once again, invented many years ago and not inclusive of all races. Like, if you don't touch the ball, you can't give the player an air, basically.
That's so dumb.
No, but you can
That's
only.
dumb.
It's like you commit an act of air if you actually like the glove makes a play on it type. So
but
like you know what I mean? Yeah.
Bro was waiting
it is
underneath
stupid.
that for like there's literally 5 guys waiting to catch that fly ball, and somehow it drops, and they're like, oh well, it's a single. It's like,
my mind's also been fried now by Operation Royal Flush, because when that happened, I'm like, oh, Freddie bet on the Ernie Clement over on hits, man. Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, but that's where my mind. No, but that's where my mind goes now. I told you, the World Series was fixed in 1919. So like
we're in
it's
2025.
No, but there's
man. That's
precedent.
over 100 years
no, there's
later.
precedent for it. Yeah.
Man, in 1919 they were fighting World War I and stuff. Man.
I'm just saying, if you hear, allegedly hear Freddie Freeman with the Gambino, like allegedly, like I don't know.
Just because he dropped the pop up is crazy.
I'm just saying, man. No, but I get what you mean.
Freddie
like,
Freeman, man.
Listen, the
He's
Dodgers.
been giving great interviews.
Their biggest weakness is the bullpen, and of course, Game 2 we weren't even able to see them. And I think the blueprint is Game 1. Like, you're not going to get these 9-run innings, but like you have to wear down the starters. Like if we are in an even game or a close game through like 5 innings, and the pitch count is up for the Dodgers starters, then I feel good about our chances. Because like we're gonna grind out at bats. Like this team always bounces back. Like Yamamoto was amazing, but we've hit like great pitchers like all throughout the playoffs. So I'm fully expecting, it's not going to be easy, but I'm fully expecting the Jays to bounce back in LA.
Yeah, I mean, this is a really tough team. But I think we already showed in the first game, like, we can get to this team. I think our approach is fine, too. I think one of the people here made a good point. They said that the Jays can get to anybody as long as you see them a second time.
Yes.
And I do feel like
this was the first time seeing
never
Yamamoto.
faced him.
Yeah.
And he, like, I mean, I would have thought maybe over the course of the game, like, as they got like 3, sometimes 4 at bats against the guy, they would get better, and obviously they didn't. But I do think that like with a little bit more time to plan some of those, like I mean, Vladdy's had an incredible postseason, not just because he's been hitting the ball, but like the fact that this guy struck out like 4 or 5 times total. Like,
yeah, it's crazy.
That's unbelievable. Like there's guys who strike. Like Shohei had a game where he struck out like 3 times.
Yeah, well, the
you know
best,
I mean? Like in one game. Yeah. Like
the best part about Game 1, honestly, like aside from all the runs, it's like it felt like every time the Jays hitters fouled off a pitch with like 2 strikes, it was like demoralizing for like the Dodgers, because like the Jays were just repeatedly grinding out these like 7-8 pitch at bats, and like when they're on, like that's what this team does, right? And then it's like any guy in the order, like we know about the bottom of the order, we know about like Springer, even though Springer seems pretty beat up right now.
By the way, why does he keep getting hit by the pitch? Like I understand he's like,
I guess the strategy is to throw him inside. Like I guess the strategy is to throw him inside, but it feels like
that's a strategy for a lot of guys.
It feels like in the Mariners series too, they were like throwing inside a lot, man.
Yeah,
like he's really the guy. But like, Bo's basically the new Anthony Santander. Like he can come in, like maybe get you a hit or 2, but that's about it.
By the way, how much did we pay Santander to just basically tell him to like
15 million? Like he definitely had a flop year.
Okay. All right.
But it's crazy, right? Like we got nothing out of him, and we still have the best offense in the league.
That's true. I mean, I had to look up his number because I wasn't that familiar, and I was like, this guy hit 40 home runs last year. Like what? Damn, we just got this guy.
Yeah, he was a beast.
On the shelf. Yeah.
But yeah, man, I still feel good. Like it's gonna be fun in LA, man. This team hasn't let us down this year, and I'm gonna.
I hear you. No, I'm still very confident. Like I'm nervous, but I'm confident, man. I'm confident. By the way, there was a lot of discussion yesterday about the halftime show, which you would never see in a regular baseball game.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So they had the moment where, and I liked it. I mean, it was like they took a moment to sort of like raise money and awareness in support of like cancer research, and it was actually quite touching to see like the stadium all hold up different cards, and some of them were personalized, and it really, especially here in Toronto, it was beautiful to see how many members of the broadcast crew, whether they're camera operators or producers or wherever, holding up like, hey, I'm standing up in support of Buck. Like that's beautiful. People, Dan Schulman friend of the program, had like a really emotional moment. He had to kind of collect himself because he was talking about his dad.
Yeah.
Obviously this is a horrible disease that affects so many people, and so I was like, okay, this is a really beautiful moment. I actually really like that. In the middle of this playoff series, like we've actually chosen to highlight this. What I don't quite understand is why they pivoted then to like, hey, here's also the Jonas Brothers in the corner, right by the foul pole. Let's go over there.
First of all,
apparently it's like a theme song or something. Like I guess they've been like in support of the campaign.
It's like some sort of support. See,
kind of ruined it, man.
I agree with you. It's like smart to put that like cancer campaign in the middle of a game because like that's when everybody's watching, moment. Right? And it's like and it's like from a strategic standpoint, it's like that's like peak viewership. Like in the middle of a game, fifth inning, all this stuff.
Fifth inning, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, no. Baseball should not have like a weird mini Super Bowl halftime break.
Yo, no, you're like fully icing these guys, man. In the fifth inning.
Like I'm not gonna blame it on the Jonas Brothers, but it was just like rhythm wise, it was just weird. Also, you're like doing one song. Like, I mean, that's more than Pharrell did. I think Pharrell just came out on in game one like with the choir, and he didn't do anything.
Well, that was kind of cool though. Like whatever. Do what you want to do before the game. It's fine. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's the World Series. I expect like a theatrical appearance.
Yeah, but
like when the game starts, it's about the game.
In the middle is crazy. Like if you're gonna do it, at least just like replace the seventh inning stretch. I don't know, because they play a song during there.
No
no peanuts and Cracker Jacks for you tonight.
Hey, by the way, when they play seventh inning, when they play OK Blue Jay, do you get up and do the dance?
Well, like I've been doing a routine of just like reapplying my eye black, during the seventh inning. So that's kind of what I do. So
I believe it's called Beijing now.
My face.
That's Jaylen Brown at halftime. Like,
my face was Beijinged out yesterday, but because the Jays lost, so the eye black era is over. So we're gonna tuck that away, but seventh inning stretch is nice. Yeah.
I regret to inform you that your face is Beijinged out whether you want to or not. Another topic of conversation: the fact that Yamamoto was often seen writing in a diary in the middle of the game.
So
journaling.
Yeah,
what's people
were making Death Note jokes. I don't know if you know that anime. Anyways, so most guys will like use iPads and stuff. Like you'll see them a lot on like iPads, like either watching footage or making notes. But I guess he's just coming back and journaling. I assume he's journaling about his at bats, so he can like come back and like study those.
So he's writing notes on like Vladdy Swan on my two-seamer.
Yeah, I think that's what he's doing. It'd be really cool if he was like writing poetry or some shit to like get his mind in a different space.
Yeah, well, that's what Shea should be doing on the bench, man. He's writing his IG captions in between free throws.
Yeah, and then imagine if the Jonas Brothers popped up while Shea was shooting 2 free throws with 7:36 left in the second quarter, man.
They're like, before the next free throw, someone said, imagine NBA deciding to stop play mid-third quarter in the finals for Jay-Z.
But you know what? They did that remember last year at the All-Star game? They stopped in the middle of the All-Star game and did like a 20-minute tribute to like Inside the NBA.
Oh, yeah, that was crazy.
What's going on, man? Meanwhile, all the players hated them.
No, the players had to be like, I guess I gotta warm up and like do a little layup line or something. Like,
but Yamamoto,
once the game starts, the game's gotta start. It's about the
Yamamoto game. Also like helped clean up the dugout after, because this is like part of like Japanese like culture. A lot of athletes you'll see at the World Cup too, like after games they'll like clean up the whole locker room and stuff. So just impossible to hate. I think we're in a win-win situation. Like if Jays win, obviously great. If Dodgers win, it'll be because of their Asians. Like it'll be because of Yamamoto,
win for us,
Ohtani, and Sasaki, who we haven't seen yet. Yeah.
Another topic of conversation, especially because when you're watching a baseball game, the people you see the most are actually the people behind the plate, right?
Yes.
And, Jay's talk. Can we talk about the losers who sit behind the plate at the Dome these days? It's a circus. You got Colonel Sanders was maybe the least worst. I miss home plate lady. There's been these guys who just wear like graphic T-shirts.
Yeah, they were wearing like LOL Seattle in game 1. Yeah, and then game 2 they're like we bet on us. Did you or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Bache was there, obviously. If Nav could be seen at a sports game, he'll be there, man. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Listen, like obviously we're in this like attention economy. I think guys that are sitting behind there know that they're gonna be on TV and just like kind of want that attention. Like if we were offered those exact same seats, are we pulling any stunts?
no,
Are we pulling up like a follow, hello, welcome type situation?
No, I'd wear our hat. You know what I mean? You'd wear a hat.
But you wouldn't bring a sign or like make a custom shirt. Yeah.
No, if I brought a sign, I'd bring in the spirit of the game. You know what I mean? I would wear I would bring like a free ePay sign or something.
You definitely. So there was one ePay sign that I saw yesterday. That some guy was holding up a who did an ePay bet on this series, which is pretty good. But no, I think it's just like the attention.
I would like do it within the scope of the game, and in this case, I suppose like the guys wearing the t-shirts to like banter against the other team. I guess I don't hate that.
Yeah,
I don't know. It was just like kind of like distracting. It's like a white shirt with like plain
it's just
text
such
on
a
it.
like look at me like type situation, right? But
bro, why would you not get those seats if you're not just look at me kind of guy? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
no,
Sam McDaddy back there. We had Nabacha back there. Like this is like the who's who of like who wants to be seen.
Yeah, George St. Pierre was there.
Yeah.
GSP. No, but
by the way, I love that GSP gets brought in once a year to talk to the Raptors, being about like life is about it. When you get in the game, it's about life and death. And I'm like, man, I watch Raptors, Mavs. That wasn't life or death.
Man, put my fries in the bag, man. Where's my Whopper, man? Holy shit! No, I think if I were behind there, I think I would like bring 9 fits and wear a different fit every inning.
See, that's annoying. Like, it's not like Showtime for you. Like, it's the World Series. It's not about you right now. Someone said, I think it was last year where there were 2 people sitting behind home plate smiling the whole time in a neon shirt.
Yeah, I remember this. They were so scary too because they were doing that really like creepy smile. It was actually distracting, like distracting the whole game. It's terrible. Anyways.
Yeah.
I think it'd be really cool if they coordinated and everybody in the back like showed up in like Squid Game costumes or something. Or like everybody just dressed up as like a different Lord of the Rings character.
Yo, that would be fire.
It's like, what the fuck? Why is there 4 rows of just like Lord of the Rings people? Like if we're gonna do something, can we at least just be creative? Like do something that's like funny or something?
I agree with you. Yeah, honestly, you have the burden. If you're gonna try to be funny, you gotta actually be funny.
Yeah.
What else we got out here? Yeah, okay, so I mean that's mostly it. Oh yeah, so someone said Twitter said Colonel was supposed to bring bad luck to Yamamoto in Japanese.
Yeah, there's some kind of curse of the Colonel if you look it up. It's some kind of like Japanese, I think like superstition or some kind of Japanese baseball curse.
Like KFC superstitious
that had to do with KFC or something back in the day.
Really?
But that's a lot of dots for fans to connect when they turn on the TV and see a Colonel Sanders. Yeah. Like, shut up and just put my 3-piece in this bucket, man. Also, I don't know if you saw. I don't know if J. Lou actually did this, but he's like, I ordered $300 of KFC after seeing.
He didn't do that, man.
And then I asked him what was the tip, and he's like, $5 unless they're delivering it straight from Kentucky, which is perfect. Anyways.
Tala asks, how did Alex get both Jays games? Is Mark Seville that connected / loaded?
Nah, listen, man. I just, this is a once in a lifetime thing.
Yeah.
I'm at a big age right now. Like, I don't know if the Jays are ever gonna make it back to the World Series. So I just needed to be there. Like, I'm a huge Jays fan. Man. Jays and Raptors have been like equal for me, like since I've been here in Toronto.
Yo, not to dox where you live, but like, did you pick where you live in part because of its proximity to the Jays?
I live close to the stadium just because. No, because I used to work on Bay Street. So when I got this condo, it was an easy walk to the financial district.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, so it's never a thought. But yeah, man, it was great. I mean, game 1 was so fun. Like, that's a memory of a lifetime. Game 2 was fine. But, you gotta pay two. You gotta pay 2 because you figure they might only win 1, so you gotta be at both. I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. I was doing that thing where like you refresh like StubHub or whatever, like an hour before the game, and then like try to see if the tickets will come down. I think the cheapest it got to was like standing room $1,000.
Yeah, my thing is like man, like
it's just I wouldn't have done that.
Paying for standing room, it's like I don't know, man. It's one of those things where I'm like I'd rather pay a little extra and like get a decent seat.
Right.
If you're gonna go, like don't half-ass it. But yeah, I ran into a friend of the program, JD Bunkus, after the game yesterday.
Oh, JD's been at every
And
game. JD
yeah,
and
yeah,
Sam, bro.
he's got a little bit of sponsorship connect. And then we were saying like after losses, the ticket prices come down on resale. So like
Oh.
after
Well, I
Jays
mean, they're
won,
gonna come down for Game 6. If they come to Game 6, it's gonna be expensive.
yeah, but
And
after
then Game 7's
after,
Game
yeah,
7.
after the Jays won Game 1, ticket prices skyrocketed for Game 2.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So I was
get it.
telling JD, I was like, man, maybe we should like look at Game 7 right now and just lock that in if it's like cheaper. But it definitely wasn't. I was looking last night. I think it's 2,500 for standing, like no seat, like general admission.
Come on, man.
But I mean, all I gotta say is if
Doug
there's a
Ford, what have you done to our beloved prophets, man? 2,500 to stand?
but all I gotta say is if there's a Game 7, I'll be there. I'll be there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Please,
I hear you,
Jays,
man.
just win it in 6, man.
All right, last question. What's the strategy going to Game 3?
Yo, they
So we got Max Scherzer on the mound.
Yeah,
Who's
Tyler
going
Glasnow,
for the Yankee or for
Tyler
the
Glasnow, another
Okay.
former Tampa Bay Ray, just like Blake Snell. I mean, we've seen him before. He's obviously really good, but I think it's the same strategy as Game 1, man. Let's just grind out those at bats, Jays baseball, get guys on base, and then who knows who we're gonna get the home runs and the clutch hits from. And like again, it's gonna be same stress with Scherzer. It's like, are you gonna get through the first inning? Are you gonna
The
get
first
hit
inning's always in
hard?
trouble, man. Yeah.
And if not, like what happens? You bring in Bassett, you bring in Lauer. Like Bassett's become kind of our secret weapon now.
Bassett's kind of our 8th inning guy. I don't know if we want to burn
Yeah.
him just as a long relief guy.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
I guess we got Eric Lauer who can come in and do whatever.
Yeah,
but-
we got Lauer. We have a lot of pitchers I can bring in, but it's like, yeah, so Scherzer's just gotta get through like 4 or 5 innings. Hopefully we get the lead and then just Blue Jays baseball, bro. We just gotta play Blue Jays baseball, and I think
I hear you.
it's getting that Game 3 win will be so key. You guarantee yourself coming back home. You don't have to face the pressure of going down 3-1. So like, yeah, no, let's get it tomorrow, man. Jays got it, man. If anybody's coming to the Rogers Center watch party, come say what up to me. I guess I don't know. I'll be there.
What was I gonna say? Would you, cause since Shohei leads off and Scherzer's shaking in the first inning, would you walk him? Intentional walk to start the game?
No. Gossman did such a good job on him, man. Like he got
I
him to
know,
pop out
that's
like 3
Gossman,
times,
though.
I think. No,
That's
like
Gossman.
come on, man. You can't disrespect Scherzer like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that weak? Is
Yo,
that like one,
lead
like,
off walk? No,
Lead off
I'd be
intentional walk?
I'd be so mad. Yo, I'd
Really?
be so.
Is this
mad.
like when Pop like intentionally fouled Shaq in the first play and he trolled him?
Yeah, no. It's just the thing is like.
But this
listen,
is the finals.
I don't want to jinx it because like Otani, he's gonna have a monster game at some point. Like a monster
He's
hit.
been a little quiet. I mean, he hit the big.
He's
three
been
to
quiet.
Cut the lead to
Like
42,
yeah, he's
but
been
yeah.
quiet. So it's like let's just keep going at him. But yeah, Scherzer too. Like I'm like man, like like this is probably the last year of his career. Like in this
No,
scenario,
he says he wants to keep going, man. I don't know.
Yeah,
He
but if
keeps
this
telling
is
Poppy
it-
on the Fox postgame shows.
yeah, if this is it, shouldn't he like maybe pump some roids and then just throw 99 tomorrow? Like who cares?
Yo,
if
this ain't
you
Roger.
cheat?
This ain't Roger Clemens. Relax.
No, but
man.
who
Come on.
cares if you cheat? What are you gonna do? Make me retire?
No, it's actually gonna be so sick, man.
Yo, I would put all the illegal substances like everywhere.
You got that Beijing
Yo,
on it?
I want him to Beijing. Like they're gonna toss him when they check him after the first inning. What are you gonna do? Replay the first inning? Hell no. We just struck out Otani, Betts, and Freeman. Let's go.
Otani's Shohei's like, wait, hold on. Why is the bat a different color now?
Yeah, it's like rubbing off on their bats.
He hits Shohei with the first pitch. There's just a streak on his shoulder. Like, yo, what was Jaylen Brown thinking, man?
Yo, no, we need the Beijing from Scherzer tomorrow, man. Let's go.
We got the Beijing Olympics in the
Beijing's the
World
only thing
Series,
that
man.
could defeat these Japanese players.
We're throwing Beijing.
No. I think Max obviously gave us like such a great moment, great start against Seattle. Let's just pray for one more, man. Just one more, man.
No, I trust him, man. Especially after that, like that's an all-time like moment of him just like telling Scherzer like I'm good, I'm fine, like go back. You know what I mean? Like I want to see Mad Max one more time, man. Like I need to see him walk into the sunset First off, with the trophy, but second of all, with his head held up high, man. This is a Hall of Famer. Like, it's genuinely so cool. Because I think, like, sometimes regular season wise, like, these old guys, they might not have it. But by the time it comes to the playoffs, like, these guys, like, this is what they do it for. They save it. Like, what Jeff Hoffman's been doing. I mean, he's not that old, but he's like 32. He's a vet, too. But, like, it is a nice feeling going to playoff with a couple of vets.
No,
I mean, I guess this is, like, how the Raptors felt playing against, like, freaking Paul Pierce year after year. It's like, okay, that's probably Paul Pierce's I think washed era, but he's
Pierce
still
Wizards is actually a really good comp.
No, he's like our Pierce Wizards. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I like that. Yeah. No, let's get that W. I'm curious to see how the LA crowd will be too, because obviously we had great crowds here.
Yeah, man.
I want to see what that atmosphere is like.
Yeah, man. Like, yo, Big Ike, I need to see you out there, man.
Yo, Big Ike, you need to see you out there in full Jays gear, full Beijing.
Oh, he's gonna be full Beijing, man. Nothing more Beijing than
Pretty sure he just came back from Beijing. Man. This guy came back from Beijing, and now he's putting on the Beijing. Man. Oh man, there's gonna be Beijing jokes for the next month, man. I wish you never told me. This is so stupid.
No, it's so good, man. Hey, last thing, Late to Class says you guys always make these Raptors losses more fun afterwards. Hey, we didn't plan this, by the way. Alex wanted to come on to talk Jays. You know what I mean?
Listen, Jays.
Like, I plan to crash out about the Raptors giving up all the sorts of offense.
No, listen, people into the
Mavericks,
Jays, so like we're doing a little Jays stuff, but I think Raptors are going to be good enough this year that Will's going to handle the post game by himself.
Well, that's the hope. That's the hope for you. I know that's the hope.
I mean,
obviously the React Pods were always usually me. You know what I mean? And then the last year was the tanking has been so bad. Oh, by the way, wow, Austin Reeves went for 51, 11, and 9.
What? Oh yeah, Luka was out, right? Yeah.
God damn, man. All right, whatever.
That's a Beijing, man.
No, God, we're ending this pod. Thanks everyone for listening. Appreciate you guys. And
somebody
go Blue
said,
Jays.
"Get ready to learn Beijing, buddy."